Well, what's happening, DC fans? Welcome back to my channel. I am D. Al Vince. Wait, don't tell me. I know. Bitch, what took you so long? I know. This movie came out at beginning of 2020. It is January 2021. What the hell? Yes, I know. Um, I'll be real with y'all. This movie kind of went under the radar for a while because around the time when it came out, my colleagues, not a lot of my colleagues, went to see this movie, and so it took a while for me to wait to see if people were going to watch it, and then the pandemic happened, and we just forgot about it. So sorry about that. But since Wonder Woman 84 came out recently and Zack Snyder's Justice League's about to come out, I thought it would be a good time to talk about this before, we get to those. But so we're here. We're talking about it now. But anyway, hello. To those of you who are new, this is a channel talking about everything in the world of movies, TV, nerd and geek culture. So if you guys love talking about those things and enjoy my content, I hope you strongly consider hitting the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. And please hit the bell to be notified on future videos I'll be doing. But today we're continuing talking about the DC Extended Universe. We will be talking about Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn. We've already talked about the previous films in the DCEU. We did spoiler podcasts on all of them, from Man of Steel to Shazam, and we also did a spoiler podcast on Joker. So if you guys want to check out our thoughts on those movies, I'll leave a link in the description below to a playlist on my channel called DC Films, so you can check out those. Joining with me today, returning back to the channel, I have who I used to call Captain Eagle, but now I'm calling you Evan.
Oh, okay.
Yep, call you by your real names now. Name now. Yep.
All right.
And also joining with me, cool. And also joining with me, who I used to call Cribs at Amazon, her name is Cree.
Against my will. Can I go first?
Hold on. We'll get to your thoughts.
I just want to get back to my book, man.
And then I have my cat Lainey in my lap.
Oh yeah, it's an adorable cat. But not as adorable as Harley's hyena.
Oh boy.
All right.
Actually, it was a pretty cute hyena.
Yeah, it was a pretty cute hyena. Even though, fun fact, it was actually a dog. They motion captured a dog and made it a hyena, so that was pretty cool.
Capture on the dog? That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's talk about this thing. Oh, and just to let you guys know, this is going to be a spoiler filled discussion. So if you guys haven't seen this movie, I don't think you guys are going to see it at this point. This came out at the beginning of 2020, so it's been out for a while. So you have been warned. So when it comes to Harley Quinn, I'm a fan of the Harley Quinn character. I'm not a super fan like a lot of people are, and I did enjoy her in the animated series, and I did enjoy some of the comic runs that she had. But for me personally, Harley is one of those characters that I can only take in small doses. I feel like she works best when she's working off of other people. I don't care so much to see her standalone adventures, because like she just has that goofy, silly, quirky personality that gets annoying real quick. So I wasn't really too excited to see a standalone movie of hers, and I know people are about to say in the comments, "Oh, what about the Harley Quinn animated show? That's great." I haven't seen it yet. I plan to see it. I just haven't had the urge to see it, immediately. But I will watch it at some point. But Harley, I'm a fan of Harley's, but I don't want to see her all the time. I'm not a super big Harley fan. So when it comes to this movie, this just came out of nowhere. The first live action, debut of her was in the theatrical version of Suicide Squad, played by Margot Robbie, and I really liked her in that. She was one of the standouts of that movie. So, of course, I was interested to see more from her, but a standalone movie, not so much. And then on top of that, you're just gonna shoehorn in Birds of Prey into the movie? Mm-mm. Now, when it comes to the Birds of Prey, I also am a fan of the Birds of Prey. But not a lot of people know about them. Just be real. I mean, I know most people would know Batgirl, but like, there was no indication of a Batgirl in this DC universe. Like, there was no setup for her whatsoever. Like, we probably could have got something if they had the Ben Affleck standalone movie, but we didn't get that. So we didn't get that. But like, though, even the Birds of Prey they're trying to use in this movie, they don't really have a full authentic Batgirl in the film. It's just Black Canary and Huntress, and then you have a certain version of Batgirl that's not even an adult, and not a lot of people even know this version. So I'm like, what's going on right now? So I don't know. I was not really excited for this movie. When it came to the marketing, I was not impressed by it. I was like, what was going on? What is this? And then, of course, the title was really stupid. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Why are they naming this movie that? Isn't this a Harley Quinn movie? Because you're pushing in the marketing so hard that it's Harley Quinn, but calling it Birds of Prey, I don't understand it. And then the casting was kind of weird too, with Ian McGregor being Black Mask. I'm like, huh? So I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know how to feel going into this movie. So this came out February 7th, 2020. Fun fact, it was a day after my birthday. So I did get to see this opening weekend, birthday weekend. And overall, my thoughts are meh. It's meh. I mean, I didn't hate this movie, but I didn't love it. It's not really that memorable to me. It's there. It's not a movie I wanted at all. Like, I've been screaming to the heavens that I want a Man of Steel 2, but for some reason they're giving us this random mix-up with these characters. Like, I don't know. There was some really good performances, and the action was decent, but the plot was just not that interesting, and I don't know. The whole time I'm just feeling this. Why does this movie exist? This movie doesn't feel necessary. I don't understand. But anyway, that's my general thoughts. Cree, what did you think about Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn?
I didn't like it.
And that's that.
I don't know. When I think about Harley Quinn, I think about how she's like this super intelligent woman who acts batshit crazy, because she lost her mind. But she's, when you read comics with her in them, she's still that super intelligent woman,
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't see that in Suicide Squad or in this movie, and I don't like it. I feel like they're only showing like half of her character. I mean, she has little moments where she'll say something about like psychology or whatever, but I don't know. I don't like it. Ewan McGregor was not good. He was not good.
Yeah.
And I was really surprised because I really like him as an actor. He was not good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that they picked Black Mask as the villain in general, because not a lot of people know about him.
Right.
So, and then, I mean, the whole movie was about how Harley Quinn and the Joker broke up.
Mm-hmm.
But it was supposed to be about that, but she only talked about it for like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't really brought up again. She didn't really bring it up again.
Mm-hmm.
If she's so in love with him, then I feel like she'd be a little more heartbroken than that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a very weird movie. And, I don't know, I just like, I wanted to like this movie. Like, when I saw the trailers, I thought it was gonna be cool. And then I read the title, and I was like, what the heck is up with this title?
Oh yeah, this title is dumb.
And it's not even really a Birds of Prey movie.
No, it's not.
You literally should have just called it Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Don't call it Birds of Prey and the emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Don't do that.
No.
Why did they have to be so stupid about it? I don't know. It's just, I don't think anybody thought this movie through, is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were all on drugs when they wrote this script. And definitely looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is just a huge acid trip. In my opinion.
Yeah, I feel that.
All of the unnecessary, gross, gaudy colors. Okay, but yeah, anyway, those are my 2 cents. I don't even know what to say about this movie, I don't know where DC is going, like, in general. It's just,
It is kind of all
I'm
over
scared
the place. Yeah.
for the franchise. If this is the best they can come up with, I'm scared for the franchise.
Well, it doesn't even feel like much of a franchise because Justice League failed so bad. Justice League. Now they're scared to do any more ensemble movies. So all right, we just got to do standalone one-off films because those seem to be better with critics and audiences. So there's no any larger story, or larger world building and bigger stories that they can do when they're just doing one-off movies.
So I guess it's Evan's turn now.
So they can't even do a big story like the Infinity Saga with the MCU, if they're just gonna be too scared to do ensemble movies. It's frustrating.
Mm. So since we're on it, Evan, your thoughts on Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn?
Yeah, that's quite a title. I don't love this movie, but I don't hate this movie. So it just is one of those movies that I'm sort of indifferent on, which is a shame because I wanted to like it a lot more than I did. Because I thought, I did enjoy Suicide Squad even with its faults, and I really enjoyed Harley Quinn. I thought Margot Robbie was pretty much the best part of that Suicide Squad movie. So I was interested to see another movie with her, and she was really good in this too. It's just that overall the movie just didn't really feel very impactful. There wasn't really much to it, so it didn't really leave me feeling like it really did anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's better than pissing me off real bad, like a couple other movies in the DCEU have done. So that makes this movie sort of land in the middle for me.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna try and dissect this plot.
What plot?
Right. Like, this movie feels like it's just meandering the whole time. Like, they're trying to figure out stuff to do. Like, I mean, okay,
But
so...
it's like, yeah, it's like Harley Quinn is, the protagonist, and she's the narrator, and she's a psychopath. So I guess in a way it would sort of make sense that the movie doesn't feel very structurally sound,
Deadpool, but, Like,
Yes, I got Deadpool vibes from this movie.
now, I'm sure... I don't know because I haven't watched the show. I'm sure they were trying to harness the tone of the animated Harley Quinn show because she breaks the fourth wall in that show too, so maybe that's what they're going for. But someone who hasn't watched it, I can't help but think this is very derivative of stuff like Deadpool. It's just, and you can be derivative of that, but be cool, be interesting. Like do something creative with that. But they don't really. So yeah, this main plot is that Harley Quinn and the Joker broke up, and I'm already like, well, hold on, wait a minute, stop. Stop. They broke up when? Because if we're going by the theatrical version of Suicide Squad, they were all lovey-dovey the entire film. So we didn't see the breakup at all. We didn't see hints of them hating each other. So this whole thing of them breaking up doesn't make sense. Now, if the actual Ayer cut of Suicide Squad came out, where they were supposed to have more of the abusive relationship thing, that would make more sense. But but we don't see that. So I'm like, and then in this movie, you don't even take the time to fill in gaps. Like, Jared Leto is not in this movie. And I'm like, why? Why?
You can just feel the fact that, oh yeah, that's right. People don't like Jared Leto's Joker, so we're not even going to have him in the movie. They broke up. It feels like an audience reaction story choice.
Yeah. Though, to be honest, like, yeah, you feel his absence in this movie. And it's like, I know people aren't really, there's not a lot of fans of Jared Leto's Joker, but he needed to be in this movie in some way, shape, or form because the script, the story that they're telling us, it's he cast a shadow throughout the entire movie because the plot is revolved around that. Because since they broke up, everyone is after Harley, so nobody feels afraid to go after her because the Joker was watching over her. But now that they're broken up, all this crazy stuff is happening, including the stuff with Black Mask, which we'll get to later. So it's just like, I needed a couple scenes with Jared Leto's Joker. If you didn't want him in the whole movie, just have him in there enough.
Small cameo.
Yeah.
Like Batman's cameo in Suicide Squad. He was in there, but he didn't overshadow the movie. Mm-hmm. That's what they should have done. And in case I haven't mentioned this before on the channel, I don't hate Jared Leto's Joker. I actually think he's a pretty good Joker. I think he's interesting, and I want to see more from him.
I agree. And we are going to see more of him in Zack Snyder's Justice League, so
yeah,
can't wait for
I'm
that.
glad, because, Jared Leto really got screwed over.
You really did. And I hope we do get to see the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad at some point. But yeah, so since that's happening, she gets into this whole thing with Black Mask, played by Ewan McGregor, where he's after a diamond that is owned by this rich family called the Bertolinis, and the diamonds has some encrypted codes of their bank accounts on the diamond.
Burton.
Yeah, Bertinelli. Yeah, why would they have codes to their bank accounts on a diamond? Whatever. Whatever. So So he's after that, and the supposed Batgirl of this movie. She's not really Batgirl in this movie, but she's a version of Batgirl in the comic books. Cassandra Cain, who is this young Asian girl who likes to pickpocket people, swallows the diamond, and so Black Mask is after the girl to pretty much gut the diamond out of her or whatever. So Harley is protecting her, and then she eventually gets in the shuffle with Black Canary and Huntress at some point. And I'm just like, this plot is dumb. This is so dumb. Like, am I expecting complex storytelling from a Harley Quinn movie? No. But it's just like, it just feels like they're just making this up as they go. This plot with the diamond is not that interesting. And so it's just like, and then the whole thing with Black Mask. Let's talk about Ian McGregor's Black Mask. I love Ian McGregor. I love him so much. I think he's great as Obi-Wan, and there's other roles that he was in that I really like him in. But this was just strange. People want to complain about Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. This is worse. Like, this is not Black Mask. It's not. He's playing it so over the top and crazy, and that's not the Black Mask character. He's more of a subdued character. Like, he has a scary, intimidating presence. Like, that's not what Ian was playing. He was playing this like gay psychopath that likes to peel people's faces off. Like, it's just strange, and he doesn't wear the mask the whole time, and that's what Black Mask wears, the mask the entire time. So his whole performance and persona is like, is feeling off because like he doesn't wear the mask the entire time. His intimidating presence is just not there. It's just really strange. Like, I don't know. I was really disappointed with this.
So what is Roman's character, like, personality like in the comics?
He's pretty much like a scary mob boss, pretty much. Like,
yeah, not a psychopathic.
So he's not
gay
like
5-year-old.
So he's not like jokey and like, yeah, psychopathic or whatever.
No, he's not jokey. I mean, he can be a psychopath for sure, but he plays it straight. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, he plays it straight. Yeah, that's what I was trying to.
He's not a psychopathic gay 5-year-old. That's how I describe him.
Yeah, so here's where I'm at. I think, I was looking forward to Black Mask. I haven't read the comics, but I know of the character, and I think he's a cool looking character. So I was looking forward to seeing him. And I love Ewan McGregor, but yeah, the role, it didn't really work because because what he's doing and what he says don't match up. And what I mean is, we kind of already covered this, but his actions are very scary and intimidating. The peeling the faces, just being like, I don't fucking care, I'm just gonna kill you, like, I'm just gonna kill people, without any sort of hesitation. Like, he'll kill anybody he has to in order to get what he wants, and he'll do it in gruesome ways. That's fucking scary.
Yeah.
So that was good. But then, when he has to open his damn mouth and act like a cartoon character, and it just doesn't fit. There's a tonal clash with his character.
Yeah, absolutely. And I honestly feel like his performance wouldn't have made it like great, but it would have improved his performance a lot more if he wore the mask the entire time. Like, because that would at least keep some sort of mystery with him. Like, I don't know. And then, like, because Ian's performance is just over the top, and his facial expressions are just so weird. Like, you don't associate it with Black Mask. If he just wore the mask the entire time, he could still have that crazy performance, but it won't come off as cheesy or over the top if he had the mask on. That's just my opinion. But it's still...
And if he wants to do like a little bit of dark humor to just show how fucking cynical and crazy he is, that's fine. But it's just camp and cheese the whole time with him.
Yeah. Like, if he was playing a different character, I probably would have been more okay with it. You know, because, like, his performance isn't necessarily bad. It just doesn't fit with Black Mask at all.
Yeah.
But, however, when it comes to Victor Zsasz, played by Chris Messina, I thought he was great. That is,
mm-hmm. I like Zsasz. He was good.
Right. He was playing the character the way it's supposed to be. Like he's a psychopath. He's a serial killer, and it's like he's playing up the whole thing of like he scars himself every time he kills somebody. So it's like they had that in the movie. So I was glad they did that. Like I really liked his performance.
And he played it much more straight too.
He did.
So he actually just felt like just an evil guy instead of like a cartoon character.
Yeah, it's like he felt more sinister and creepy, you know, like that's the stuff I wanted from Black Mask. That's what Victor Zsasz did, so I was really impressed with him. Okay, so we have yet to talk about the Birds of Prey themselves, or whatever's left of the Birds of Prey in this movie. Let's talk about Black Canary, played by Jurnee Smollett. So, I don't know if I said her name wrong. Jurnee Smollett, I never could say her name right, but I really like her. I've seen her in other stuff. I think she's a really good actress. Once again, it's one of those weird castings that I never could think that she would play this character, like Will Smith as Deadshot or Jason Momoa as Aquaman, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, blah, blah, blah. Just another one of those odd castings. But weirdly enough, I thought she was really good. I really liked her as Black Canary. I'm going to be saying this a lot, along with Huntress. I wish they were in it more. I wish they had more to do. Especially Huntress. We'll get to her in a second. But yeah, I really liked her. I like how she played off of Harley, and all the other characters like Huntress and Cassandra Cain. You could feel like there is some development with her, that they're scratching the surface. It felt like they want to get more into her character, but we have to go back to Harley because it's the Harley Quinn show the whole time. But I thought she did a pretty good performance, and she pulled off the action sequences pretty well. Does she look 100% like Canary from the comic books? No, not really. They gave her the blonde hair, and yeah, there was no fishnets. But I did kind of dig some of her fashion statement. I thought it was interesting. What do you think of Canary?
I thought she was good. Yeah. She was a badass bitch.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, if this was an authentic Birds of Prey movie, I wouldn't have mind her, being the lead in the film, because I think she was that interesting. And then I want to save Huntress for last, but I want to talk about Cassandra Cain. She's fine. She's fine. She was a bit annoying towards the beginning. The whole with her being a pickpocketer or whatever. It was kind of funny with certain moments, with Harley, but she was just coming off as another bratty teenager. So, I don't know. I wish there was more to say because she's supposed to end up being Batgirl, but it's just I wouldn't mind seeing her as Batgirl if she comes back and she's older, but they're not giving me enough to be like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see more from her. I don't know. What do you think about Cassandra Cain?
I thought she was a annoying ass kid. She was definitely the worst out of the group.
Oh, you thought she was the worst out of the group?
Oh yeah, for sure. She was stupid.
Oh, I have someone else who was the worst in the group. But would you be interested in seeing her as Batgirl when she gets older?
I mean, yeah, that's fine. You know, because I'm sure she'll like mature and not be she won't be a stupid ass kid anymore. So
Yeah, I guess.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, even though I would prefer to see Barbara Gordon, but I mean, if they end up doing it, I don't even know if they'll make another one because this movie underperformed. But I will be open to seeing that. So, talking about the person who I think was the worst of the Birds of Prey, would I even call her a member of the Birds of Prey? I don't even know, but Renee Montoya, played by Rosie Perez, didn't do
Oh,
anything.
the cop?
The cop.
Oh no, I don't even consider her part of the team. She was just along for the ride.
I don't know. She was with them at the end, so I was like, "Are you making her part of the Birds of Prey? Like what? No." But yeah, she didn't do it for me at all. I thought she was the weakest of the main cast. Like, I don't know. It just felt like they shoehorned her in here. Like, her whole side plot with, investigating whatever, I'm guessing is the diamond, but, like, that whole thing wasn't interesting. I mean, it was some funny stuff that she had with Ali Wong, but, like, other than that, I'm like, no. And then she's wearing these random t-shirts. I'm like, what? Who's the costume designer?
To work?
Yeah, you wear that to work? Like, what's going on? Who is the costume designer for this movie?
It was nice to see Ali Wong though playing her ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I like that. I honestly wish she had more. If she felt like a glorified cameo in this movie, but
yeah,
I did like her. And then finally, let's talk about Huntress, Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
my girl.
Yeah, I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I think she's a really good actress, and yes, she is gorgeous. And I like her as Huntress, but she's only in it for like 20 minutes. Towards the end, she got the worst end of the stick in this movie. It was criminal. Like, she literally doesn't come into the movie till the third act of the film. And this is supposed to be Birds of Prey. Like, what is this? What is this? So yeah, apparently she was part of the rich Bertinelli family that that owned the diamonds, and so her family was murdered by Zaz and Black Mask people, and so she's out for revenge. So okay, that's actually something really interesting. Like, I wish they went more into that. She had she had the potential to have the most depth out of everyone, but it's just like they just shoehorned that in at the last minute. So it's like we're not given enough time to get to know her as a person, as a character. Like, we just know she was trained from as a kid and whatever. She has some funny one-liners, I guess, and there's some funny moments she has with the rest of the Birds of Prey, because she's trying to interact with people because she never really had like a normal life, so she's saying awkward stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of funny. I wish they went more into that. But no. And then I'm not digging her outfit. I'm not. She's wearing pretty much a jogging outfit with the the motorcycle helmet. Like what? And then I know what y'all about to say. Well, do you prefer her wearing the ridiculous purple mask and the cape and whatever? No, not necessarily. But just like try a little bit harder. Why are we still sticking with the aesthetic of Suicide Squad, man? Where it's like they kind of want to be comic accurate, but they don't. They want to be more urban and street like, and just like the David Ayer type of aesthetic. Like some of it works, don't get me wrong, but it's like there's some stuff where I'm just like, it felt like they just made that up from the fly. But it's just like her outfit, I didn't really dig it. Oh,
yeah, they definitely could have done more with her outfit for sure.
Yeah,
and I will say, yeah, I loved Huntress in this movie, and I guess I am sort of biased because I have a massive crush on Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She's beautiful, and she's an amazing actress. But I also did think that she pretty much was, like, the most interesting character in this movie. I liked her backstory. It was like a Kill Bill type story with her. But yeah, it felt like it was kind of just thrown in there because, hey, it ties into the Diamond story, so, she's thrown in the loop. And yeah, they definitely should have given her more screen time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cree, what did you...
yeah, she was great.
Yeah. What did you think about Huntress and Black Canary in this movie?
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
First of all, I love Huntress. And this bitch ain't it.
Yeah, she is.
What my husband means to say is he liked Huntress because he could jerk off to it the whole time.
Oh, my lord.
Anyway.
Don't disrespect my girlfriend.
The bitch ain't it.
And Black Canary. Okay. Black Canary.
Black Canary, I liked that she was a little more badass. She looked badass, she acted badass, but she was also sweet at the same time. But again, the bitch ain't it.
Dang.
That's not Black Canary.
You didn't like the canary cry?
No. What the fuck was
I
that?
thought that was cool.
She sounded like a whale.
It's better than a piece of tack for the cry, which is what they do in the Arrowverse.
We're not talking about the fucking Arrowverse.
I'm just saying, you gotta
Who brought up the Arrowverse?
you gotta compare. I'm just saying.
We don't gotta. Because the Arrowverse doesn't exist, right, Dwayne?
Absolutely. Though I know for most people that people know Black Canary from the Arrowverse, sadly. But
okay, well, those people need to get a fucking life, go to the comic book store, pick up a damn comic book.
Same with Huntress. She was in the Arrowverse.
I gotta be honest with you, I liked the Huntress in the Arrowverse better than in this movie.
No, Mary Elizabeth all the way.
You're so biased. You shouldn't have even asked for his opinion. You knew what was gonna happen.
You know what? I plead the fifth on that one. But what did you think about Cassandra Cain?
The bitch ain't it. That's like this whole movie. Like, the fuck? That's supposed to be Cassandra Cain? Come on.
That's supposed to be Cassandra Cain, yeah.
This little twit, like,
mm-hmm.
just getting herself into trouble. She's making trouble for herself.
Yeah, it's like, listen to Harley. She's trying to help you, and then she doesn't. It's just like, damn you, kid.
Yeah, you're making the movie longer. Gosh.
Yeah, this movie could have been like a half hour shorter.
It could have been. I actually didn't mind Canary Shriek. I thought that was cool. I thought they weren't going to use it at all because they wanted.
No, honestly, I was being funny.
Oh, yeah.
I was going with my bitch ain't it theme for this podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I thought they could have done to help flesh out Canary's character a little bit more is, we know it well. Us that read the comic books and stuff like that, we know that Canary has a relationship with Green Arrow, so that could have been something that Canary could have bonded with Harley, because the whole thing of her breaking up with Joker, and then Canary could have been like, yeah, I used to date someone, shoot arrows, something. You don't have to say that exact line or whatever, but just leave that out there, world building. Like that. There's a green...
I knew that too. It's in the Arrowverse.
Evan, shut up.
We need to have you watch the animated
There's
series
also
or something.
3 canaries in the Arrowverse, and that's
Yeah.
not a thing.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And Oliver's dated 2 of them.
Moving on.
I could say a really inappropriate joke, but I'm not gonna.
You know what? Why not? Since the movie's rated R, let's be rated R here. What were you gonna say?
No. Because it's not that good, so I don't think I want to put it in the podcast.
No, okay. That's another thing I want to say. This movie didn't need to be rated R. It really didn't.
No, it could have been rated PG-13.
Like, if any movie should have been rated R, it should have been Suicide Squad. They should have saved it for that. But it's like, you want to use this to be rated R. I mean, there was a couple of bloody scenes, I guess. Cutting off faces. That's R. And yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty.
And it's like they curse. And and there was one shot of Harley Quinn jumping on somebody's nuts. Which, oh my god. But other than that, like, don't really see this needing to be rated R. You could have had more of an audience, maybe, if it was PG-13. And then another thing, like, if you really wanted to sell this as a Harley Quinn movie, like, why couldn't we have Poison Ivy in this movie, Cause
Yes. What the fuck? Yes. 100%. Someone else said it. You know why, Evan? Because he reads comic books.
And then, yes, exactly. Like, we probably couldn't get Catwoman because the Batman's filming right now with Robert Pattinson.
The fuck is Catwoman? No.
Fuck that movie. It's not even evil.
But they could have at least had Poison Ivy in there. Like, even for people that don't read the comic books, there's fans of the TV show where Poison Ivy's in there. So it's like, you could have had her in there. But
Yeah, and Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn have always had, like, a besties or friends with benefits type of relationship, if you're into that. Because I am. That's one of my ships.
hey, I ship that too. And I actually wouldn't mind seeing that.
Hardcore.
Yeah, come on. She broke up with the Joker, and then she can have some girl fun with Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
I ship that.
That would have been great. How are we writing better Harley Quinn movies than them? Goodness gracious.
Oh, honey, I've written better Harley Quinn fan fiction than this fucking movie.
Also, the movie's called Birds of Prey, but it's not even Birds of Prey until the 3rd act.
Yeah, we've already gone through that. It's not Birds of Prey until the 3rd act of the movie.
But when we finally get there, it's great. That's one of the best parts of the movie. I really enjoyed all of the characters just together fighting. When they're in that, wherever they are at the end of the movie, fighting.
Yeah,
Black
that
Mask
abandoned
and his
funhouse, whatever.
Yeah, and his henchmen, them all just fighting together. That was really well done. I enjoyed that.
That was cool.
Action.
Definitely. Like, yes, I guess definitely one of the better part of the movie is the action sequences. I thought the action scenes were done pretty well. Kathy Yan directed this movie. I haven't seen anything that she's done, but she got choreographers for, I think, John Wick and I think Deadpool 2. So it definitely shows the action set pieces are good. I like the sequence of Harley raiding the police station with the paintball gun and the confetti gun, whatever. That was cool. And as we said, the Birds of Prey sequence in the funhouse was really good. And Black Canary's fight sequence in the alley, that was pretty good too. And also that chase sequence towards the end, Harley chasing Black Mask, capturing Cassandra Cain, that was actually really good too. Yeah, though I wish there was more action. Is that weird for me to say? Like, if they're not giving us much for story, so I'm just like, you could at least bump up the action a little bit more, I guess.
I agree with that. Yeah, I felt the same way.
And then, like, then there was that whole thing of them flashbacking to when Harley invades the police station. We stop the movie and then we flash back to why we're getting the diamond. Where it's like, okay, this is something we need to know, but do we need to show this in this way? Like, couldn't we have showed this in chronological order? It just messed with the pacing at
That
that
was
part.
really the part where it felt like a Deadpool ripoff, because like it literally they were copying off of it. Oh wait, let's stop the movie, go back and show you, and then now we're going back. You know, just like with the highway sequence of in Deadpool cutting back and forth from it. So it just felt like they were completely ripping that off.
And then one of the things that really upset me in this movie, they kill Black Mask.
They wasted him.
Like, wow. And it's like a joke death too. Like, they just blow him up. Like,
it was so
after a
anticlimactic.
one-liner. Yeah. Like, we could have used Black Mask in other movies. Like, he's such a cool character. I can't believe they wasted him like that.
I think that's part of the reason why I didn't feel like this movie did much for me, because they just, the movie had potential, and they pretty much just squandered most of it.
Yeah, this is one thing being a director-driven cinematic universe. Like, you don't talk about, you probably shouldn't kill him off just yet or whatever. It's just making stuff up, like doing what you want to do, and it's not consistent with other things, which I don't know. It's like there could have been so much more. Like, it would have been cool if there was a confrontation between the Joker and Black Mask. I would pay money to see that.
Yes.
That would have been great. But no, I don't think we're gonna see it unless it's a prequel or something. But yeah, I don't have anything. I don't have much left to say about this movie. It's just, that's pretty much it. There's no post-credit scene. There's no end credit scene, so not much to say about that. Yeah, so I think we're gonna go to grades now. Overall, I thought this movie was meh. It feels like an empty calories movie where it's competently made, it's competently directed, it's competently acted, but it leaves the least amount of impact on me on the DCEU. I know there's people that love this movie, they're fans of this film. Some people say this is their favorite in the DCEU, which I personally don't see that, but if that's you, that's you, But for me, it's just not something I want to revisit over and over. Yeah, it's better than Justice League. It's better than the theatrical version of Suicide Squad, but that's it. I don't know. Harley was pretty good. I really like the Birds of Prey, but I wish there was more development with them. Black Mask was kind of off for me. I did like Victor's ass though. I just wish they just focused on either making it a Harley Quinn movie or just make a full-out Birds of Prey movie without Harley Quinn. You didn't need to mush them together in this movie. It's just, this is another one of examples of Warner Brothers don't know what we want. Warner Brothers is just throwing stuff at a wall and hoping something sticks. But hey, if there was anything I got out of this movie, is that I really craved an egg sandwich. That was a good looking sandwich in the movie. But yeah, I'm gonna give Birds of Prey and the fantabulous, fabulous, awesome, spectacular emancipation of Harley Quinn, I'm gonna give it a C. Evan.
Yep, I'm giving it a C.
C-.
Bam.
Yeah, definitely better than Justice League. And I don't know, is it better than Suicide Squad, it's debatable.
I feel like the editing in this is better than Suicide Squad, and the plot is not as. Actually, you know what? That's actually debatable. Is it less random than Suicide Squad? It's like neck and neck with each other. But
Because
yeah,
at least with Suicide Squad, there it felt more focused. Of here's our mission. We have Enchantress. We have to take her down. We have to, like I don't know. It felt like it was more clear what they were doing.
yeah. Well, that's our thoughts on Birds of Prey. Yes, sorry it wasn't the enthusiastic review you guys were expecting, but that's what it left us, man.
The next one's not going to be very enthusiastic either. Holy shit.
But that's our thoughts. What did you guys think about Birds of Prey? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys think it was okay? Comment below and let us know. So, next on the agenda, DC-wise, we are going to do a full spoiler discussion on Wonder Woman 1984, so tune in for that when it comes out. And, of course, we're going to review Zack Snyder's Justice League when that comes out as well, so tune in for that. I'm also going to do re-reviews of Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and doing a complete and utter burial of Justice League, so can't wait to get into those. Yep, it's going to be, it's a video I've been waiting to do for a long time, where I can just air out all my grievances on that piece of shit before we get the true version, the definitive version. I could be done with that version. So tune in for that when it comes out. But that's all we have for you DC fans, and we will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Peace out.
Bye.